Record. Okay, so I don't know about you all, but I'm super excited about what is coming, especially with this challenge, right? This is the perfect time for us to re-engage with people, but it's also the perfect time for us to show up in our business. And you've heard me talk a lot before about this personal momentum. It is especially important as we're heading into convention time that we are on our game so that we can like mesh that with the team momentum and then mesh it with the company momentum once convention comes around. So it's not on accident that this is right now. And it's really important that we make sure that we take advantage of what's happening. So that's why I was like, let's just get into action and let's start talking to people now. And I might do this through the week, a couple other days too, just because we just need to start talking to people, right? And so there's a lot of exciting things happening with this Bravenly Body Blast Challenge. But the first thing that has to happen is we as brand partners need to all commit to doing this, right? We can't ask people to join in this if we aren't willing to commit. So the first thing that needs to happen is that we have to share on our social media that we have accepted this Body Blast Challenge. And so that's going to be, in my opinion, one way for us to kind of create excitement and engagement. People are going to ask, like, yeah, that means no more cookies, right? At least starting on, well, look, if you don't want to win, you can have the cookies. But because we as brand partners, we get to be part of this transformation. Like we could win and be pulled up on stage at conference. Like that's really cool. So there's, like I said, we have to get engaged. So what we're going to do on this power hour is we're going to do a couple things. We're going to Ashley was going to put in the albums of the official Bravenly Breakthrough group, a template for us to use for social that says, hey, like we're accepting the challenge. I didn't see it in there. We can just create our own right now. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I think it should be a picture of you and just say, I accept the Bravenly Body Blast Challenge, and then you post it on your social. So we're going to work on that today because I think we've got to do that. Just post. She just did. Yay. Thank you, Heather. So we're going to do that. And then we're just going to start. Yes. So that's make sure you do it on your stories, but I think that we need to also post it on our Facebook walls because I think it needs to be a living thing. I don't think it needs to be something that disappears, right? And so I was going to do both, Cassandra. I was going to do to my stories, but I'm also going to do a post. And in that post, we can talk about all the reasons why we are doing this and all the reasons and what we think we're going to get from it, right? So talking about our experience, why we're excited about it, why we want everyone to be a part of it, what they can win, what we're offering, and all that, like create all the excitement. And then for sure, post to your story every day this week, either that you accepted it or that it's happening and with a poll. So we're going to work on some of that today. But let's just talk through some like details about the challenge. Just so that everyone's on the same page. So this is prep week. This is the week where we sit down, we hunker down, and we think about all the people that we've either had a conversation with and they maybe said not now. People who are our very good repeat customers, you're going to want to reach out to them one-on-one, right? That's not a mass text thing. That's a phone call even to them to say, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Guess what? We have this amazing challenge that's starting. I'd love for you to do it with me. Here's what it is, right? And what it is it's going to go starting the 2nd through, I think the 13th is what I saw of February. So it's a little over a month. There are going to be weekly prizes. And in order to qualify for the weekly prizes and the grand prize of the cash for the transformation, there's 4 things that need to happen. So we have to get their commitment on this. We have to get their commitment to pick a pack to buy, pick one of the kits, right? One of the 2 new bundles, which I'm so excited about, or a couple other bundles too that were available for them. They need to post on social that they've accepted the Body Blast Challenge. That's where we can forward them what Ashley Walmer put in the albums in the official Bravenly Breakthrough page, and remember to have them use a hashtag. So like hashtag 30-day blast, hashtag body by Bravenly, hashtag, I think BBB 2023 would be great ones to use also. They are going to have to take before photos, and then every week they will have to submit a whatever the weekly challenge is. And the first challenge is going to be for them to invite someone to the breakthrough group. So that's really easy, right? So once they've done the first three, they have their order, which they can order anytime between now and the 13th of February. They don't have to have an order in by Monday. You as a brand, this is why I freaking love this company, you guys. I got to get on this soapbox for just a second. They did not force us to say, hey, if you want to do this, you have to order by the end of the month, right? Like we all just had Christmas. We all had our auto ships and our easy ships go through. We've already ordered for the month. If you can't afford it right now, or if your customers can't afford it right now, that's okay. You can place this order on January 1st, right? It can be your auto ship. It can be your easy ship for next month. It can be your active order for next month. They didn't force, oh God, I'm getting like goosebumps and chills about it, because that is so fantastic, right? It's not about money for them. It's about making sure that they're setting us up for success. And yes, if somebody can get an order in, this is a fantastic time to boost your sales for the end of the month, right? You could probably qualify, like think about it. You get 7 people to join you, you hit the 700 club. You get 12 people to join you because of the way that the PV is broken out. You're going to get, you're going to hit the 1200 club. So you can kind of work that as well too. But I'm so grateful that that wasn't like a thing you had to do. Anyways, getting off that one. Obviously, I had a bad experience from where I came from, but we will continue to move on. So every week, you'll just you'll want to make sure that you're writing everyone down, right? Who's joining you? Write them down. Check that they have, like, make a checkbox, right? There's going to be tracking, going to be important for this for your customers also, because you're going to want to make sure that whoever is doing this with you they've done all 3 of the first things, right? Because that's required to get to be eligible for the weekly prizes. But then you're also going to want to make sure that every week they submit their weekly task to a Google Doc, because that's going to be their responsibility. Do you need something, honey? Yes, what do you need? Can you go get a book and read your book and then come back when you're done? I have to finish this call, okay? So, okay. So there's that. Does that make sense? Any questions on that piece of it? No? Okay. So we are just going to get into action right now. So get on Canva, get wherever you do to make your graphics. If you don't use Canva, somebody here can help. We can create this. I have like a template actually I can send to you that I did last night. And we're going to create a story. If you haven't already, Cassandra, you're ahead of the game. We're going to create a story that basically just says that you've accepted the Bravenly Body Blast Challenge with a picture of you. And then on the next slide, you're going to put up, I'll show you how to, do you guys know how to like fade out your picture? Okay, I'll show you how to do that. The next one, you can use that same picture. You're going to fade it out, and then you're going to put a poll over it, right? So I'm going to help. Don't worry. I see you over there. I'll help you. And I love you, Suzanne. I'll help you.
Ashley just put images. So if you guys want to, if you want to create your own on Canva, that's great. But she did already put images, so you could put like your photo over it as well.
Oh, sweet. Is it in the album?
Yeah, she just put it in. Let me see here. Is this in? Yeah, it's in the breakthrough group.
Okay. In what album? Or is it in the guide?
I accept the Body Blast Challenge images.
Okay. Why do I not see that? Is it under albums?
I just got hang on, let me look. Yep, it's at the top.
Oh my gosh, let me come back in here and do it again. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So then there you go. We have it there. So you can put your photo on there. You could not, you could do whatever you want to do. You can use that if you like. But let's just spend a few minutes and let's all get it up on our stories and let's all use the hashtag. I'll put it in here. Let's just hashtag our story with hashtag 30-day blast and hashtag Bravenly. Okay, you guys ready to go? Stories up. I'm gonna mute myself while I do mine. If you're just joining us, we're getting on, we're going on to our Facebook and Instagram and doing a story saying that we accept the Body Blast Challenge, and there are images in the breakthrough group if you need them. Otherwise, you can go ahead and create your own, and then the hashtags we're going to use are in the chat. And Suzanne, I'm going to send you one. How's everyone doing with that? Cool. If you already posted a story and you haven't done a poll yet, go ahead and put a poll just to follow it up. The hashtags in the chat, it's hashtag 30-day blast, hashtag Bravenly. Okay, if everyone's done, put a 1 in the chat. Or if you need more time, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, a few more minutes then for everyone.
Are we doing a story or page?
Right now, a story. Later, when you have some time, you can go onto a post and write your post up.
Okay.
But we just want to get something up so that we can start to create a little bit of buzz about it. And then, do you guys know, so when you click on if you're in Instagram, I always do this when I do a poll. So I usually will post my story and then I'll do another one. I'll pull it up. And then if you press the dots at the top and say draw, and then if you click the middle one that looks like a highlighter up here, and then just hold it down, it grays it out, right? So that then you can put a poll or words or something on top of it and you still have like a pretty background, you know what I mean? So that's if anyone needed a little help with that one. That's usually what I do before I post like a poll or something. Okay, so let's wrap that up. Are we good to move on? Okay, so every day this week, you're going to want to do something on your stories. So you can even go through the day today, maybe a little bit later, you can talk about what the prizes are, how you get involved, like what it is. You can just drip information. And but I would do that every single day this week. Put a poll up every single day. You don't need it, or not a poll, but just put a story up. It doesn't have to be that you accepted the challenge every day, but just talking about that it's starting and that you're excited for it and who wants to join you. And then everybody who views your story about it, anyone, somebody comes on, they view your story, that is your invitation to reach out to them and ask them if they would like more information about the challenge. So tomorrow, you're going to go back to the story you put up today, and you are going to look at everybody who viewed it. You're going to go in, and from when you go in to view your story views, you can message people from there, because then it'll include a picture of the story they're replying to. You'll go in and it'll be a very quick, brief message. Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so much for like supporting and watching my stories. I wasn't sure if you wanted some information. I would love to share with you just something simple. Like, I'd love to share some more information with you. Do you want to do this with me? Like, boom, done. And just fire it off to everybody who sent it to you. And then you might get people to reply, you might not, but it doesn't matter. The point is you're in their inbox now and they're going to start seeing more of your stuff anyways. So that's the thing for tomorrow. For today, we're not going to do it on this call because there's not enough time, but I want everyone to get up, put a post up talking about the challenge to their wall so that it can live there forever. If you're on Instagram, I probably wouldn't put it on Instagram, but on Facebook, I think that's totally appropriate to have there. So there's that piece. And then what I want to do now is I want us to, so you're going to go into your back office and you're going to look up, if you don't already have, well, let me ask this question. Who does not have a list of their current customers? Put a 2 in the chat if you do not have a list of your customers. Okay, so everybody knows who their customers are. That's fantastic. I legit keep mine written down on a piece of paper. We are going to go and we are going to message right now every single one of our customers, our current customers, even people who, these are just current customers we'll do first. So we'll message them because they already know us, they already love us, they're already using Bravenly. What you can do for this message, what we'll want to do for them probably is talk about the challenge, but also talk about the fact that we've launched 2 new bundles that they might really be interested in and they might want to leverage to get access into this amazing challenge, right? The Fab 5 bundle, you guys, we need to sell the crap out of that this month, because word on the street is if it sells, it will stay. And that's like my dream bundle. Anybody else feel me on that? Put a one in the chat if you're like extra stoked about it. But then even the Accelerate Trio, right? That's freaking so cool too. So let's start messaging. I want to go in. Did Ashley put did she put in here? I know that there are in the nation group. Hang on. No, we don't want to do that. Sorry. All right. So let's go ahead and let's send messages out to our customers, our current customers. And all you're going to do is going to be a very simple message. You're just going to tell them, hey, hope you had an amazing Christmas. I'm finally recovered from the Christmas hangover. You know, you can be funny with them if you want. And then tell them Bravenly, we just launched a body blast challenge for the new year. I would love to do this with you. Is that something that you'd like me to send you some information on, or can I send you some information on it? And more than likely they're going to be into it because it's a challenge. It's a new year. They love the products anyways. And let them know there's going to be lots of really fun weekly prizes and cash grand prizes for the biggest transformation. And so let's just start. We'll probably let's spend the next like 10 minutes sending out some messages to people. If you get somebody that says, yes, they want to join, share it in the chat so we can celebrate it. Because that's always fun. And let's go. And voice message, if you would do that with them normally, right? Because you can hear excitement. If not, go ahead and just text it out. I'll put one in the chat right now. Okay, there's one example of a script you could use, but really like tailor it to who you're talking to, right? All right, we'll do 5 more minutes. Okay, let's wrap up the last message. If you didn't finish going through your list, you can finish that up today. But right now we're just really in the game of inviting people. And if you have people on your list who maybe you, I have a list of people who have said like, not now, right? Maybe later, or I can't afford it right now, or whatever it may be. And because you don't have to purchase to be a part of it and to kind of see the excitement about it, you can use this as an opportunity to be like, hey, I know we talked before and you said maybe, it wasn't, in the budget for you, but I'd love to invite you to this challenge we're having, and just, have you included in the group, and you kind of check out more, check out what we're doing here at Bravenly too. And then more likely than not, they're going to see people's, results that they're having so quickly from being in the challenge, and like seeing the accountability that they could end up purchasing and then like being part of it all together. So that, just keep that in mind too. But this is really, so we're not going for the full hour. This is really all I have. I just wanted us to start getting into action and getting into like just spending a half an hour a day minimum working your business, just dedicated time, like sitting down, messaging people, reaching out to people, just really, and then having just intention behind it. And like the intention behind this was for the challenge. So create that time for yourself this week, continue to do that, do your personal development, do all the things. I'm so happy this was helpful. I'm going to stop recording.